what are we cutting away, and who specifically may we need to distance ourselves from, or what aspect of ourself is ready to be released from the past that we've been holding on to, and really setting some intention of how can you be brave and be honest with yourself at the beginning of the week of what it is that you're needing. Hello, welcome to the Illuminating Crossroads community. Today we're going to do our weekly intuitive guidance reading. So I've already picked out some cards and then I made very few notes off to the side. So the way that this works is we just touch on some key astrological events that will be taking place for the week, and then we go into the intuitive messages. So we'll start with the beginning of the week, the middle of the week, and the end of the week. So if you'd like, you can grab a journal if you want to write and take some notes. So if you're planning out your week ahead today or on Monday, you can go ahead and work with the energies that are at play. So with that being said, let's go ahead and dive on in. So for the astrological events this week, exciting, we're finally working with a Mercury that is direct, but I do just want to notate for everyone that Mercury will be in its shadow period until September 30th. So if you're still having a little bit of troubles with communication or just delays with whatever, let's say projects that you're trying to do in the community, or if you're trying to get something situated with your health or like doctor's appointments and such, if you're still feeling a little bit of like pushback from that, that could be why, but that will eventually ease up and will be past its retrograde station point on November, that's funny, on September 30th. And then next, we will have the fall equinox this week. So we're going to be shifting our seasons here in the northern hemisphere, which I'm very excited for. Fall is definitely one of my favorite seasons, and I think it's really nice because we have been really in this reflective, introspective period, even though we had summertime, so I'm sure we were getting out and about and hanging out with friends and such, but there's still been this part of us that's been kind of reassessing our life and really asking ourselves if we have been living the life that we truly want to live, that we desire. So now that we'll be moving into the fall season, it will be a nice time to really truly gather our harvest of everything that we have planted seeds for, to see like where the fruits are, and also if there's any like barren, let's say, plants or anything in this metaphorical sphere that just didn't have a chance to sprout, didn't have a chance to seed, just became dry or wilted and maybe not tended to. This is the time that we get to clean up those parts of our internal garden, and even external garden, to be able to begin to come into this rebirthing period, this releasing, this letting go, and then this prepping for the upcoming spring season that we'll eventually in time get to. So yes, so the fall equinox will be for Pacific time is September 22nd at 11:49 p.m. So super late at night. So depending on your time zone, it might be on September 23rd. And then the other thing that we have taking place, of course, is that the sun is going to be ingressing into Libra. So this is a time to take what the sun has illuminated within Virgo about seeing what it is that we care to be in service of, how we care about our health, and what it is that we want to get a little bit more intentional about within our life. And then now working with the zodiacal sign of Libra to allow us to experience more peace, maybe to find more justice in like standing up for what it is that we believe in. And now that hopefully we've solidified where we stand in our beliefs a little bit more, and who we are as well. And then just being able to bring in more harmony and balance within our life, individually and within partnerships and our communities. So that is for the astrology for the week. So let's go to our intuitive messages. So for the beginning of the week, the cards that came out are House 7. And then we got Knight, be brave and honest. And then I didn't read, but House 7 just says profound relationships, intimacy, and romantic partners. And then we got the King of Swords, and it came out in reverse. So for the beginning of the week, we're still continuing, I believe, to assess our relationships that we do have. And I know that was a very key theme for last week as well, so it's carrying into this week. And I think that these cards, especially with the swords, and just thinking of like what are we cutting away, and who specifically may we need to distance ourselves from, or what aspect of ourselves is ready to be released from the past that we've been holding on to, and really setting some intention of how can you be brave and be honest with yourself at the beginning of the week of what it is that you're needing, and also what it is that you're still trying to control, that maybe it's time to release the intense desire of control and to really move into your heart and trust that things are in a state of I don't want to say you can control, like controlling your reactions to what is happening, but allowing to see how things unfold and being observant, so then you can truly react with intention. So just keeping that in mind at the beginning of the week. And if you are hanging out in groups or with friends or doing anything with your partner, maybe just really being mindful of your words and what it is that you are sharing, and really trying to connect with a little bit more grounded energy, so it's not so sporadic and just like what it is that you're saying, and like the thought is not present until after you say it. So really allowing a conscious awareness of your words before they're coming from your vocal cords in your mouth. Okay. And then for the middle of the week, we got Yang. So it says proactivity, expression, doing, and forward motion. And then we have Air Guardian, shift your perception. And this one was in reverse, but I'll just show it like that. And then we got the Hermit. And then we got the Knight of Swords, also in reverse. So for the middle of the week, and honestly, there's this interesting, like, hovering energy. So if you feel like you, based on like what the way that you're speaking, or if things just seem like, well, this isn't me, I don't know, like, what is this? Really taking a moment to come back to you, to your being, and to be grounded and to really see what is this part that is trying to move forward so quickly, and how and how can this part be grounded and also be rooted in like practical steps and intentions, and also maybe seeing how can you honor the process more. I know that's been a really big theme as well, of just honoring the process and really allowing the doing and the forward motion to be with ease. Because if it is in a place of such sharpness, for lack of better words, you might end up like cutting or harming yourself, which we don't want. So to just be super intentional with the sword of your words that you are carrying. Okay, and then for the end of the week, we got a Virgo, so integrity, reverence, and service. And then medicine guardian, be open to healing information. And then high priestess, harness mystic power. And then the 8 of Pentacles in reverse. So the thought just popped in my head, so I'm just gonna insert this, that because this past week there was a lot of just like revisiting contracts or karmic lessons within our life. So whatever healing took place last week, there may still be some integration that's coming into this week. So as we were moving towards the end, really just assessing and honoring whatever it is that has been moving through you, what it is that you have been working on, and continuing to be honest with yourself of where you're at, what you're needing, and communicating your needs with others within your life. But also thinking of like, based on all these things that you have learned and all that you have gone through, how do you want to be in service and show up for others? What is some of the healing information that you receive that may be supportive to another in your life? And how can you allow yourself to stand within your own sense of empowerment to be able to be motivated to continue to take action steps, even if they're just baby steps, to get you to where it is that you really want to be within your life, and to really have a newfound sense of security, of belonging, of comfort, and peace within your life. And then for the overall message for the week, these are the cards that were at the back of the deck. So we have Pisces, intimacy, intuition, and compassion. And then we have spring, see your seeds grow. And then the 8 of Swords in reverse. So a lot of 8s. So for this, especially with the what did it say? I think it said perception shift. Yeah, shift your perception for the air guardian. And just thinking of how many like sword cards came out. So it is a lot this week within our mind, within our thoughts, so our intellectual body, and really, 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 really creating space to release the false or like the illusions of entrapment or of being held back, so that we can really come into this place of seeing that, you know, sometimes we create the spaces of stagnancy ourselves, and we make choices that provide us lessons, but to really honor, like, what are we learning from all that we're experiencing? And if we are feeling stuck, how can we come to a space of acknowledging the stuckness, but knowing what can I do to begin to make changes, and as making those changes, begin to really show gratitude for all of the new experiences that will slowly begin to trickle into your life. And then for the Pisces, also just remembering that Saturn is doing its retrograde in Pisces still, so that point is still being reconstructed. There we go for us. So if you haven't already, definitely see where Pisces is within your chart, because this is almost, I see it as like a beautiful bridge of connection to really solidify within our body, so then we can open up to connecting with our intuition more, with using our discernment and trusting what it is that's coming through, what we're being called to move to. And then for the spring, see your seeds grow. I think this is just a reminder that right now, really assessing of what the release is, what we want to bring in, but trusting the process of the long-term picture, the bigger picture, and just honoring that sometimes things may bloom quicker than we expect, but sometimes things take a little bit of time. So just trust that as you're tending to your body, your mind, your spirit, your soul, that your seeds are continuing to grow, and allow yourself to be open and receptive to any messages that do want to come through for you. So with that being said, that will close out our intuitive guidance reading for the week. So if you enjoyed that, you can like or subscribe. There'll be another video next week on Sunday. And until then, I hope that you take care, be well, and stay true to yourself. Bye.